Hey everybody, you're very welcome back to In Forest and Lands. What I thought we'd do today, it's been raining the past couple of days here in Sweden, autumn is on the way, and I thought I'd show you how to create a twig bundle. A twig bundle is a fantastic resource that is very abundant in spruce and pine forests and allows for a really quick, simple fire in the rain. First things first, we want to always look after Mother Nature. Here in Sweden they have allemansrätten, and you can check out our allemansrätten video to see the rules on gathering materials when outside in the Swedish woodlands. But there's no real need to go damaging absolutely every tree in the forest just to make a fire. Here we have an example of low-hanging dry branches. Maybe you want to get in here, gather some material, but this tree, although dead, is absolutely covered in these beautiful shield lichens. This is a whole city of living organisms here that are happily doing nothing at all. And shield lichens are a great indicator, just like Usnea, its brother, which is also present on this tree, of good air quality indicators. And also, some shield lichens and Usneas are protected species in a lot of woodlands around the world. So there is no need to get in under here and damage these beautiful, beautiful objects. Below me here, you can see that there's a pine tree that's fallen down. We are mainly dealing with pine and spruce. Here, this is a big lovely spruce with these small thin branches, but this pine is on the ground, and what I'm looking for is, you can see that it's dry, something that's protected underneath a tree like this, or something that's in the wind. If something's in the wind, it'll dry out nicely, so it's a bit hands and knees, but this is perfectly within the rules to collect via allemansrätten. The great thing about pine trees is they have turpentine. That's not the chemical name for what's in it, but it's a very easy one for people to remember. Pine trees have this turpentine that flows up and down the tree, keeping it alive but also preserving the wood. In Finland, when a pine tree dies and falls over, the ball or the root collects so much turpentine that flows down into it. It's called turva. I hope again, the boys in Finland, that I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a hard wood. You can smell it when you're in the forest, but it doesn't mean that it still isn't in branches like this, which make it brilliant for collecting fire starters. So when we want to process this, simply the grain structure, and this is great if you're collecting birch for making projects out of, anything that's about pencil sized, you can simply bend back like you see there against the grain and pull, and you can go along collecting it in this little bundle like this, going against the grain and pulling against the grain and pulling, and you can see you rip it off without damaging the bark if you were collecting this for crafting projects. And it's very easy to just tip along and collect your branches off, and you're collecting it into this almost flower type arrangement. If some fall off on the ground, pick them up. We don't want to waste the resources, and you can see how quick and easy it is to strip a branch like this and collect a bundle like so. But I'm going to keep collecting these smaller branches, and I'll explain why later in the video. Here's another great example of something to collect while you're on your journey. High and dry pieces of material can easily be taken off. And these are perfect for your twig bundle and for your fire later on. So there we go, a twig bundle, all collected within the rules of allemansrätten and all collected non-invasively and simply gathered as we've walked down to our favourite camping site here. A little tip is you can take a piece of heather. I've just learned this from Ida behind the camera today, which is pretty cool, considering I grew up in Wicklow, the land of heather. But heather makes very, very cool natural cordage. Ida's seen that I was looking for a piece of spruce root just to hold this together, and she said, why not try a piece of heather? So there's a little Brucey bonus today from the lady behind the camera. So we've made it to our favourite fireplace with our twig bundle intact. I have my matches and I want to get my fire going. So the great thing about the twig bundle is we have all our small marginal material from spruce and pine, and we just lay it down where we need it to go, or you can hold it in your hands. The magic with the twig bundle is, even if this is wet, which parts of it are, because it's so small, the heat will catch in the turpentine and evaporate that water and dry it out. And it also gives us a handle which is very easy to manipulate and move around the campsite. We are going to light our match, and then we are going to insert it in to the twig bundle. I have it turned against away from the wind to give us a bit of protection. There are 101 ways to light a match, but if you're going to use a match on your twig bundle or for starting your fire, I just thought I'd show the method that I use and the method that I prefer. I always like to double my chances. So I use 2. If you have them, use them. We're not here to save matches. There we go. I place the matchbox here with the striker and my cupped palm. I've got as much structural support behind the matches as I possibly can. 3 fingers just below, because you don't want to be up here and breaking matches. I will strike quickly up the palm and then cup and let the matches catch. I like to let the head, the phosphorus, burn off the top of it, and actually the sticks catch some fire before I transfer it into my tinder bundle. Nice and protected from the wind, and you can see the sticks are turning black, and now my match is good to go. Well, there's 2 options. If it's really dry and the twigs you've collected are really small, you should be able to light it with just a match, but you want to increase the odds when you get there. As you've seen, it's pretty damp, and I can tell that the wood has got still a fair amount of moisture in it, so you're going to need to get it up to temperature where it combusts. So the method that I like to do every time I come out is this method here. I'll take this and I'll plant it, and I'll load it up with some birch bark, or you can use cotton balls or whatever, or if you're feeling up to it, you can continuously try and light this with a match. But this allows for the heat from this to cause a pyrolytic effect, or pyrolactic effect, to dry out our branches, and then this can go. Nice and easy, protected from the wind, and because of the heat, we should be good. So as you can see, it's very easy to manipulate. It gives us a nice long flame and allows us to start our other marginal material, but it's starting to dry out, and fire likes to climb, and this will kind of burn away, dry out the sticks as it goes. That's what this smoke is. It's incomplete combustion, and you got yourself a very easily manipulated fire bundle. A great function of the twig bundle is with just a couple of matches, you now have created this massive match, a match that is very easily brought back up into flame again for when you need it for your fireplace. There's a lot of heat, very easily manipulated, and you get it going again. Before the video ends, I thought I'd give another little Brucey bonus. That was my adaptation of a twig bundle for the regular campers. But if you happen to be in a more of a survival situation, using the same material or in the same way of collecting material, you can find piles of spruce like this, which is a little bit more easier to find on hiking trails and underneath spruce trees like this one that's here. Basically what this allows you to do is get even finer material, which is more in line with Kochanskis' pioneering twig bundle that he brought to the fore. And you can see that it creates this bigger area, this bigger surface area, and you're looking for pencil lead size thickness with this one. And then this way you can dry the wood out faster, creating that pyrolytic effect on the way up in through here with your spruce twig bundle.